my God, it's going to work.
Yay. Amazing.
Must be meant to be.
Must be. I'm impressed.
Okay. And we're actually live. We're live.
I love being live.
I know, me too. Okay. I'm going to start a watch party. I still don't actually know what that means.
Yeah, I don't understand the watch party.
But I'm doing it.
Got it. Yeah, I don't get it. So
I don't know. 3 people are watching the watch party. So apparently it works.
Okay. Well, hi, 3 people watching the watch party. Maybe they can tell us what on earth it is.
I think the jury's still out on like what the actual meaning of the launch party is.
Yeah.
Okay. So, hello.
Yeah.
Yay. We are live in the Magical Life group.
Love the Magical Life group. Oh my God. They're amazing.
I was just talking to Mallory the other day and I was like, it blows my mind still how engaged this group is with like really not much direction from me at all. There's just really fucking badass women in this group.
Yeah.
So I love it. I love it. So for those of you that don't know Zapheria, you've obviously been living under a rock, but this is the lovely Zapheria Bell. And so we just wanted to come on and chat because we've had a little, well, Zapheria's in Bali right now. She's in Ubud. So she's not super, I mean, she's not far from me, but she's in Ubud right now. And she's actually coming to stay with us. We're going to be doing some fun collaborations. I'm going to have her on my podcast on Monday. And then we were just chatting yesterday about doing a little bit of a collab while we were together. So we've been talking about doing a collaboration of some kind for almost a year, right?
Yeah, and it's time.
Yeah. So here we are. So we were like, let's do something. And then we were like, okay, what? And we were like, I don't know. It'll come through.
It's coming through. It's coming through.
So now it's coming through.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm super excited. This feels really potent, actually. Like, I'm really happy we kind of waited until the moment hit. We kind of could have done stuff before, but this feels like, oh no, this is like now. This is potent magic brewing between us in this moment. And yeah, I'm super excited for it. So buzzing.
Cool. So
what it is.
Yeah. So I don't know. Do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
You start.
So I think, well, I'll just say, I think one of the things that you and I really connected on, I think really early on was, I think it was like we were having lunch and we were talking about sort of this idea of all of the women in the world that are having these rememberings and these reawakenings or these awakenings to what was before, whether that was, you know, before, I use that loosely, whether that's in a parallel universe or lifetime, in a future timeline, in a past timeline, but here in this earth experience, having a reawakening to gifts that they had before, to, you know, their, whatever their personal magic is. And I think you and I are really on the same page around supporting women to have that reawakening and to have that experience and to let it be what it is for them. And as, you know, people who have been practicing longer, or people who awakened sooner, or, you know, perhaps women that, you know, have been doing this even longer than you and I have been doing it for, you know, 30, 40 years, that you and I think both, I don't want to speak for you, but I think where we connected, one of the original reasons we connected was that we both feel like we both are in support of supporting women through their reawakening and not shaming them for stepping into the gifts that they had outside this life experience.
Yeah. Yeah, massively. Like I remember that conversation as well. And I think it's right when I was kind of working on a program that was about that. I was like, it hurts me so much to see, you know, some women put down other women who are stepping up and saying like, you know, I've got these rememberings, or I'm a this, or I'm a that, or, and other people in the field saying like, well, you can't say you're a witch. You can't say you're a priestess. You're not that because you're not in a coven or whatever. And it was like, yeah, loving having that chat with you about us both not disagreeing on that. I don't really know the right way to word it, but it's like, yeah, feeling like let's support and love women for where they're at. And it's fucking amazing that we're all waking up right now.
Yeah. So I think that's sort of like what started our conversation. And then I think we've both had like heaps of upgrades and up levels and activations since that time, which is why I think now is like the perfect time for us to be doing this offering, really, because we both have had so much happen like in that time. Just in that short year, I feel like I'm a totally different fucking person.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, for me, all the stuff that's been coming in as of late is really this like cosmic connection, the galactic activation. And, you know, I love spending time with you because I feel like this is an area where I really have not like, I exist in these realms, these upper chakras, like not down in the sacral, not in the womb space, not in the groundedness. Now, having said that, I will say that like when I'm speaking galactic language is probably the time that I feel the most grounded to this planet. So that's been really amazing for me. But I love spending time with people like you who are very embodied and work in the lower chakras because it creates a really good balance for me. So I'll just let you take it from here, because when you messaged me today and you were like, oh, I think this is what it should be about. I was like, oh, of course.
Like it makes so much sense because yeah, exactly. Like I'm so connected in the lower chakras and down, like so much of my work of womb activation is descent. So to me, it's like connecting right down into the earth, and I'm not as, you know, still have my channels really open, but I'm not as connected in the upper and in like definitely not in the galactic. And what I feel is, yeah, like when I'm around people who are activated in that, it shifts something in me and that beautiful balance between the two. So then this feeling of like, well, if we can be in space together of offering like the womb, the descent and the womb activation and the galactic activation for women, to be able to bring both of those together, like that to me is just such a powerful and potent combination. Like how exciting to be able to connect into both. And like for everybody, I feel like, you know, one is going to be more activated or stronger, or they're more prominent way. It's like, you know, some of us are left-handed, some of us are right, but we can still learn and open up the other channel to become even more connected throughout both. So that excites me to be able to share that with other women, and for us to be sharing that with each other, because I do feel it like we're in the same space, we're holding the different poles, and that to me is like super exciting. Like I've got a mentor of mine as well who's like really in the galactic, and I notice when I've spent time with her how much more that opens for me, and I find so much more of my own balance in the center. So yeah, like that is just coming through so strongly this morning of like, well, of course, like, hello, I'm like the queen of womb activations, you know, and I've been doing lives this morning about womb activations, and then I've signed up for your call as well, like your galactic activation. So it's like, well, hello. Like these two in the one, amazing.
I love what you said, because I feel like, you know, there's this piece, I've been like totally fucking geeking out on human design lately. Mm-hmm. And there's this piece of our gates, right? Our hanging gates, or our gates in human design. And that we draw people to us in our lives that have the other side of the channel. So like when two gates meet, they create a channel. And so you'll often find your partners or your friends, they have the opposite side, they have the other gate, and the two of you together create a channel. And so as you were talking, I was like, yeah, I mean, I think that's really the beauty of this, right? Is that when we come together in one space and do, you know, if I'm doing a galactic activation and you're doing a womb activation, and those two are able to meet, it actually creates a complete channel. And so you're able to bring that womb energy up into that galactic space. And I mean, and in that notion, really doing some amazing healing that transcends this planet too, because you're bringing that channel up through the cosmos, right? And then bringing that cosmic channel down into the womb, activating the womb with the cosmic energy. And then it feels like it goes down, you know, even further than that into the earth. So like to create that like fluid kind of channel of the joining of the two is like super exciting.
It's amazing. Like for me, all the work with the womb gates is making our way to the cosmic womb. But the way I find my way into the cosmic womb or into the void is through the descent. Like I descend and then go to the cosmic. So I'm freaking excited to feel what this connection between the two of us and opening up this channel is going to do as well, like for that connection into the cosmic womb, doing it in a different way. So yeah, and it is exactly, that's the vision I get as well, is like the channels meeting and now you get the connection all the way really strong. So I feel like by women being on the call and getting the activation from both of us at the same time, like the vision I get is just this like shoot straight through. Like even as you were speaking, I felt the energy go through my body.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
So we never really know what we're doing. It's just like we just show up and we're like, oh yeah, it's this. This is what we're doing. This is the thing. It's gonna be
like, of course,
be awesome. So talk to me a little bit about, because I know that you've had some, and I don't know if you refer to it as light language or galactic language, but I know that you've had some experience with having your own activations in that arena as well.
Yeah, very much. So yeah, I call mine like light language or shamanic language, because for me, access through my womb, and it's access when my womb is activated and I'm kind of more in the descent space, is when that language activates in me. And it activated when I activated my womb is when that language started to come. And I so clearly remember the first time it coming through and being a little like, thankfully I was like out on the land with a mentor of mine, and it didn't matter. I could just kind of speak it and someone else spoke it back. And I was like, what? And we were understanding each other. And I'm like, what? And you know, for me, it was like kept in private for a really long time of like, well, I can only share that with my womb sisters. And now it's out, you know, it's like wherever I am doing activations, it comes when it's ready to come, and it's never by me kind of, you know, forcing it or choosing it to. And I think I shared with you yesterday, like, you know, I was at Seven Sisters, like 2 years ago, and there was 500 women in this space, and I was full open channel. Like I didn't know what I was going to present. I just walked out. I didn't know what was going to come. And there was a lot of this language coming through, and it's like, well, you can't hide this anymore, honey. Like, you know, you've just spoken it in front of 500 women. It's been recorded. Like this is who you are. And I'm seeing it opening more and more in more people. And I see that bit of fear that comes of like, oh, should I, you know, people are going to think I'm crazy if I share this publicly. So, yeah.
I mean, I think because I think there is a lot of fear around it. And one of the things that's been happening for me, like I'm an activator. It's just, that's, you know, I call it my transmission triad, but in my transmission triad, the foundation of my triad is that I'm an activator. That's just what I'm on this planet to do. And so as these activations have been coming through me, it's been rippling out into my community, and like, you know, I'm getting messages like every day of people like, oh great, now I'm fucking speaking some crazy language. Yeah. And I think there is a lot of fear around that. And it is, you know, I mean, I'm going to be sharing this in my galactically activated, on my galactically activated call, because I think, you know, I've touched on it and I've shared on it, and I did the scary thing because I felt like I needed to put it out there into the world. I did the scary thing, and it was actually in one of my group programs. I gave a integration activity. It was in my money program, my money clearing program. I gave an activation, or I gave a task for people to like do the scary thing. Or no, it was in my abundant healer, like to put themselves out there and be seen. It was after we did some clearing around being seen. And I was like, well, fuck, I have to do my galactic language on my public page. So I went and did it, and it was like fucking scary as shit. And but there was that part of like, I haven't fully shared all the work I had to do around being able to get to that space where I could do it. Like all the personal clearing I've done, all the personal work I'm still doing on a day-to-day basis to show up. And so I really like, I think the beauty of this, of sort of creating this channel where there is this like womb, like the galactic womb connection, I think may make it easier for some people, especially people that are more embodied and more, that live more in those lower, like that are having massive resistance to this stuff happening up here. It's like, I think it may make it a little easier to handle.
Yeah, exactly. What feels to me, it's like, you know, just shining the light and helping people like understand and feel it's okay. And as soon as you know it's okay, you can go. Like, I know for me, the more my channel opens, it's been having other people share their experience or share their story or tell me what was happening for them that has made it easier for me in my own activations. So I really do believe, like, you know, this is a big part of our work. I feel like both of us is like almost the permission granter. It's like, hey, so this is what's happening for us and it's safe and it's okay to be out here with this, like a safe space basically. And I feel like that's part of why this group, like your magical life group, is so active, is because it's like, oh, it's a space where it's safe for us to just be us in all of our witchiness. So
yeah, for sure. Well, so we're doing this on Monday night. It's happening from 7 to 9 p.m. Bali time, which is 7 a.m. Eastern, and it is 9 p.m. Sydney time. So it's a couple of hours with me and Zapheria doing whatever we're going to do to like call in these activations. I'm really excited about it. My whole body's like boiling hot right now. So I'm sure it's going to be extra magical. And so it's so trying to talk about the price and then all the coughing starts. What's that about? $66, 66 US dollars.
He's like, is that all we're going to charge? Are you serious?
I know. My one of my selves was like, no.
Really? Are we really doing that? Yes, we're really doing that for only $66. It's crazy.
Yes. So we just, you know, we wanted to make it accessible. Certainly we wanted to open it up, and allow people to just come in and experience this space with us. And so, yeah, so it's happening on Monday. We will drop the link for the event page, and there's an option to process your payment in there, and you'll be redirected into the Facebook group. And as with all my content, I don't know how Zapheria does hers, but like, you'll have access to this. And once we, you know, archive the group, like I'll definitely put it on my website for those of you that pay and participate, and we'll make sure that you have access to that. Like, as long as I'm on the interwebs, you'll have access to the content.
Perfect. Yeah. I'm excited. And so it was like 66 Australian dollars, which is like 44 or something US dollars.
Oh, 66 Australian dollars. That's right. So it's even cheaper.
Yeah, it's like
even more cheap. It's even more affordable.
It is.
Yeah, 66 Australian dollars. That's right.
Yeah.
Because of course, when we started thinking about this, before we even talked about what the thing was going to be, both of us had the number 44 in our head.
Yeah. I love it.
So we were like,
we're both like, it's 44 US dollars. Then we're like, hang on, my platform's Australian. Okay, 60. Kind of perfect, actually. So
yeah.
Awesome.
So we would love to have you join us. We will drop the link, and we'll see you Monday.
Absolutely. And we'll be in person, which is freaking exciting.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's not going to be like this. We're going to actually be sitting next to each other. It's like going to be our actual energy in the same room.
Yeah.
It's going to be next level.
Yeah. Double transmission.
Yes. Yay. Okay. Well, I'm super excited. Thanks for watching and being here with us. And we hope to see you all on Monday night.
Yeah, see you Monday night, ladies.
Hey, mwah.